But yeah, you get series that go on forever.
And ever.
They run out of ideas. I mean, Simpsons, the most iconic, influential, yellow family of television that Matt Groening gave us, that has brought us phrases in the dictionary. Yes, this is in the dictionary, dang you. Of dough and meh. As much as I hate that phrase now.
Me.
That sounded way too much like, what am I thinking here?
Me.
Oh, I know what that made me think of. The anchovies from SpongeBob!
Me.
Dude!
Me.
You sounded like an anchovy from SpongeBob. It's more like, meh.
Me.
Actually, it's more like,
Me.
So, what were your ideas? What were your favorite cartoons when we were kids?
Dexter's Lab.
Oh, one of my favorites.
Johnny Bravo.
Oh, God.
Reminded me of me.
Remind you of you now, but every time you do, you strike out.
Hey, ladies.
Yeah, and gets you slapped. Especially at work. What other ones?
Speed Racer.
Oh, the original series or some of the remakes? Because the original one was in the 60s?
Well, back then Cartoon Network used to show it.
Yeah, I remember that, yeah. They also had Looney Tunes. You cannot put in favorite cartoons without Looney Tunes.
No, you cannot put favorite cartoons without Animaniacs.
Oh my god. I still listen to some of their songs today.
Back when WB used to have kids WB.
Yeah, now...
I don't even think they have that no more.
No. Now, if you want the cartoons you grew up on when you were kids, you've got to go to Netflix. You've got to go to Amazon. You've got to go to Hulu.
Not sponsored.
No, we are not sponsored. This is our pure ideas. We are not sponsored by anyone. As much as I want to pull a freaking Talladega Nights plug right now, I can't. You know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about, too, don't you?
Yeah, I think so. I don't
Remember the car scene?
It's been so long since I've seen that movie.
Remember when he'd have the car in the background, he'd be right up to the freaking camera, and it was like the Jack Hawk 9000, now available at Walmart.
I think it's been a long time since I've seen that movie.
I mean, it's one of my favorite movies of all time, but even that, I mean, some of my movies from all time were Forrest Gump.
No, Mom always did say, Bob's like a box of chocolate. I just kept running, Jenny.
Oh my god. How do you remember this?
Lieutenant Dan.
How do you remember this?
Because it was on the other day.
Well, you cheated.
Yeah, that right.
Dude.
Ice cream.
Some of my favorite movies were Forrest Gump. Dang.
Never heard of that one.
No, Forrest Gump. Toy Story, arguably, was my favorite. The original one. Thank you very much. I am a traditionalist. More or less a traditionalist. Yeah, especially the old Nickelodeon movies.
There was one Disney movie I tried watching. I couldn't remember the name. It's a boy who had some kind of mental problem. He was in the library and had a breakdown.
Oh boy.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's been years since I've seen the
I
movie.
tried looking up that movie and I couldn't remember the name of it.
Jumanji?
No. It wasn't Jumanji.
No, it's another favorite of
Yeah.
90s.
That man.
Message him if you hate the remake of Jumanji they're trying to do.
Like that'll happen.
Well,
It's the
they
Rock.
did remake the frickin' Baywatch, and that was a flop.
I know. I'm not gonna get it.
I mean, anything with Dwayne The Rock Johnson, I mean, he has pull in Hollywood. But all it is, I think, with him, he's like the Arnold Schwarzenegger of the 2010s, I guess. To me, anyway.
Or like middle 2000s. Wasn't he?
He's still making movies now.
I know, but he started from middle 2000s.
Yeah. But his early movies weren't that bad.
Runaway.
Oh boy, what?
You don't remember that movie, Runaway?
No, I really don't.
Rundown?
I remember that one, yeah.
No, it was Rundown.
Yeah, I remember that one. He also did the Scorpion King.
Yeah, I know. That came off the Mummy. But how could he be a bad guy in that movie? Spoiler alert. How could he be a bad guy in the Mummy movie, but be a good guy in Scorpion King?
Well, think. He did wrestle with his father, and WWE took him in. Then again, that gives me flashbacks of Die, Rocky, Die! Spoiler alert if you're watching early 90s, or mid-90s WWF Attitude Era.
Okay.
He turned heel.
Wait, I don't think you can say WWF.
I don't care. WWE... What am I trying to say here? You can't... Let me get politically correct here. I hate you. WWE/WWF. Depending on which one you prefer.
WWF.
WWE. You're like me. God. He was pushed to the moon way too quick. Wouldn't you admit?
Yeah, but he had to be heel first before people like him.
Thank you. I'm not the only one that understands that. It's like the current problem of Roman Reigns right now.
No, he's with S.H.I.E.L.D.
You know what they're trying to do with him, right?
That's why people like him better.
Yeah, but when he goes freaking face again, they're gonna hate him.
Well, they're all face right now, Clay. They're all together.
Yeah, but it's gonna be like it is last time, you know what I mean?
You can't have one heel and two face as a tag team. You can have 3 heels.
Yeah, they've tried that, remember?
Yeah. And they became...
Great success. But do we really need a reincarnation of the Shield?
The only way they'll pick up traffic.
Pick up traffic? We're not in traffic.
Meep, meep.
We're not in traffic, you ding-dong. In my opinion, the Shield thing is not going to work a second time. Here's why. It's been less than 5 years since the last one. Everybody will compare this one to that one.
What about DX? Look how close they came back several times.
Yes, and it didn't quite work, did it?
Yeah. Made people even more bigger fan of it every time it came back.
Until the last incarnation?
When he got serious and didn't want to be...
No. You remember what I'm talking about. The last incarnation, circa 2006.
I thought everybody liked it. I did.
One member. Shall I name you the member?
X-Pac?
Hell no.
China?
No, there was none of the original there's none of the original members in it. Billy Gunn was gone. Road Dogg was gone. X-Pac was off the rails. Who knows where. China was gone because, let's face it, WWE wasn't going to take her back. We'll explain why later. Hornswoggle.
Oh, yeah.
Remember now?
Yeah.
The little tiny short person. If you want to get politically correct, I want to say the other word. And they put him in like short people's court and forced them to take him in as a member.
Yeah, that was stupid.
It was a comedy group at that point.
It's because it was PG.
Yes, and PG can work. I ain't denying that it can't. It can work in certain areas and if done correctly. Tune in next time where we talk about a whole bunch of different things. Who knows what comes up. So subscribe if you haven't already, and stay tuned.